Yo guys and the 2% woman who watch me, Slader here with a new video about Game of Thrones Kingsroad. Let's see my Knight build. Don't expect some fancy stuff here, it's just an art character, but it's doing pretty well in Wormwalk stages. Or against ferocious beasts. In hideouts. And of course against Drogon too. But let's see the build already. As you see, I'm using Savant as in my assassin. I have one legendary, but it's not too good. I don't even use the enchantment. I should replace this, but the other 5 is pretty good in terms of enchantment. It gives everything I want. Of course I use the Dark Sister with Knight and the crown because I don't have a good axe. The effect a little bit lower than in my assassin because I have more blue gear, but it's still doing pretty well. Let's see the traits. Basically it's the same as in the assassin. I went for maximum attack power, middle perks for active skill damage and rage consumption reduction. I put 5 point here because the Knight combo attack hits pretty hard, but it's not necessary for the build. And you see all in the middle. Some of you guys asked what is with the support tree. You see just some crafting for the ranged weapons and a little bit rage, because it's more fluid if you have more rage, especially in Wormwalk stages when you don't have that much time to do basic attacks and get back as much rage as in other contents. Let's see my skills. I'm using the same strategy as in my assassin. I'm using 2 buffing or support type skills. The ignite weapon to boost my attack power and my critical hit rate and deal additional damage to burnt enemies, because you always want to use ignite against enemies. And I'm using boost morale to buff my crit rate and critical strike damage for me and for my allies in co-op content, and with the plus so I can gain fighting spirit immediately and can use my slash to do a big burst damage against the enemies. And for the basic skills I'm using the strike combo 1 as in my assassin, and almost with the same perks to boost the damage of the combo 1. For the secondary set or set research you can use the brute set or use the champion, which I used in my Wormwalk video, because even if I have the secondary set only for the brute, not main, I still have a lot of damage taken decrease. As you see, it's almost capped, but I still get one-shooted in the Wormwalk stages against enemies under the recommended momentum, because they take so much damage. Even with the Dark Sister damage taken decrease rate effect, I still die pretty easily. So if you die, you should use the champion set as a secondary. And if you use that, the rotation a little bit different, because if you use the brute set, you don't have to attack the enemies before or stack any effects. You can use your ignite weapon even in the cutscene. You can use boost morale and use your slashes to burst after. But if you wanna use the champion set, you have to stack the effect and get hit 5 times and an additional after to gain the full effect. I will show you guys. We use this, waiting for an enemy, and trying to stack the hits, but it's pretty hard. As you see, we have to stack the effects to get the adrenaline. And you can only use your boost morale and your slashes after if you wanna get the highest damage possible. You can try to use a Sentinel secondary set for a parry build if you want, but I don't really recommend it. Maybe some other Knight mains, but I don't felt it necessary. I cleared the whole story even under the recommended momentum or slightly above and never had a problem. You just have to learn the attack pattern of the monsters and dodge. This is all you have to do, because you can't use parry against dungeon monsters or against Rogon, and you can't even use it in the Wormwalk stages, at least in the later levels, the last 5, I think. I don't really remember now, but yeah, it's pretty useless in endgame, and I don't felt necessary to learn a thing what I won't use after I reach the endgame, and you can reach it pretty fast, in a week even, if you are a free to play player. So I think the burst build is pretty good for any type of content, and you want to use this build against dungeon monsters if you want to get the record time every week before the weekly reset. Alright guys, I think I told you everything about my Knight build, and I showed you everything. If you have any questions left, please let me know about it in the comment section, and if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe for more Game of Thrones Kingsroad videos in a daily basis. Have a wonderful day and peace.